So I'm with Gilles Marini at Day of Days 2018, Ted Laurent.
Ted Laurent.
So when you came to play Ted Laurent, did you know what you were getting into character-wise when you started the show? Did you have any idea how it would evolve, the character?
No, I had no idea how it would evolve. Just because I think the writer have a concept of writing the storyline maybe 2 months ahead. An arc maybe? I'm not really sure because we never really talk about we never talk about to writers. I think it's a smart thing
that the actors don't talk to the writers?
No, we don't. I mean, we really don't. We let it flow and we do the best we can with what we get. And they do the absolute best they can to give us something that is kind of doable, but it's nothing short than a miracle. You know, you've been on set many times. Sometimes you have to digest so much information and scenes, and every scene makes sense for something specific. And if you forget for a second where you're going, like A to B.
Yeah.
See, I see Days of Our Lives that way. A to B on a normal show is this short, A and B, and there's 2 obstacles, so you have to go to B, right? That's Days of Our Life. That's A to B, and there's millions of things you need to go across. So it's a lot more complicated. It's maybe one of the hardest form of acting on planet Earth, besides stand-up comedy, I would say.
Have you done stand-up comedy?
Hell no, and I won't.
I will never do.
I would be so unfunny and say, okay, get out.
People throw things at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe the comedy is about, he can dodge this guy. That would be funny.
But you know what you did do really great? So when we were doing material for the Duel app, which Gilles is in, we did a tour of the set in French.
No, that's right.
And he did one take in French going through the entire set of Days of Our Lives, which is a lot of ground to cover. And I'm sitting there on the other side of it going like, what is he saying, number one, because I don't know French, which was the first thing. I'm like, how do I cut this material? I don't know what he's saying. Number 2 was, I was so impressed how he kept going. He just went, I'm like, okay, I got to give you props on that. That was great.
Thank you. I think I get used to this, it's like, maybe it's bad when you go home, he's like, I'm going to say thing one time. And he has to work that way. Like on set. You used to do thing one take there. And that's also one of the difficulties because you have huge scenes and it's on your shoulder. It's like you're playing a game of soccer with 11 guys, but yet you're the one with the ball right now. And if you mess it up, wow, everything's going to collapse. They have specific time and they have to shoot 70 pages. 70, not 17. That 17 pages is not even what they shoot on a normal TV show. I'm not saying 70, I say 17. So imagine the amount of work that is behind the scene. But it's seamless. You feel it, because I feel like I go in there, you prepare, that's what you need to do. You get there, you do your lines, you do it well, you give good product to the audience, and you give a film to the audience every day.
So you know Gilles from Sex and the City and Brothers and Sisters and Dancing with the Stars, and I could go on. So of the primetime shows,
yes.
If you had to tell me this was my favorite,
Brothers and Sisters.
100. That was my favorite. I
Brothers
loved Brothers and Sisters.
15 miles ahead, huh? This is Brothers and Sisters was one of the last show that has a cast, and I'm not counting myself in this. A cast that is a dream. Man, I've chilled thinking about it. First time I sit down for a table read, because we do table read on those every week. And you sit down next to an Oscar winner.
Yep.
A Golden Globe, Emmys.
Yep.
All of them are nominated in Peabody Awards. I'm talking about everyone. And I sat down and I had a smirk on my face the first day. I was sweating so much I couldn't put my arms up. Otherwise it would have been, what's going on with this guy? And Ken Nolan introduced me to the cast, and I never said that before. Ken Nolan says, oh, and I want to introduce you. I was supposed to do one or two episodes. And then Rachel Griffith decided otherwise. I love you, Rachel. And Ken Nolan says, I want to introduce you to the most famous man in this room. And he says, Gilles Marini. Everybody was, hey, welcome. I'm like, I just thought about
amazing.
Everybody has an award here. Everybody is on climax of their career. The only award I had was from Bravo, Best Ass 2008. And the only thought I had in my mind was, That's my only award that I have.
You're like, hello, I'm the new cast member. I have best ass, which is and you have 3 Emmys.
And 2 Oscars.
You mean Sally Field?
Yeah.
Sally Field.
What am I doing here? What am I doing here? And then it was an acting class crash course with the best in the business. With a show of a magnitude that I think the show was canceled with 11 million viewers. Think about it.
I know, I couldn't believe it's canceled. Yeah.
But the quality, the learning process, everything was magical to me. I can never replicate that. And I don't really want to replicate that because everything has his value and his charisma and his wit and happiness about it. Like on days right now, I don't see myself wanting to do anything else right now. I'm so happy, inside and out. I know how I'm going home. I'm happy. I know when I leave work, I'm always early. When they told me, oh my God, you can't come tomorrow because we forgot to tell you have this, to that, I found a way to come. And you know, you've seen it. Today I'm working at 3. I'm going to go over there at 5 because I have no choice. My work is first.
Right.
And it's important to me. I'm in love with what I'm doing right now.
So who in Ted, if he looks at the women on the canvas in Salem, who would be a viable love interest that he'd really, who are some of the viable love interests you think for him?
Well,
who would be a good pairing?
Ted was paired with Kate first.
Lauren
And
Koslow.
Lauren, and I messed up with Lauren.
We love Lauren.
I didn't mess up. The writer made me messed up. And next thing you know, he needs help from the commish.
Commish Hope Brady.
Hope Brady.
Yeah.
And Hope Brady Hernandez. That means Hope Brady's coming with a package that a married package. And when you put this guy
The married
needing
package.
help and he focused on hope and he looked in her eyes, and that's the Achilles of Ted Laurent. Ted Laurent is an absolute European
The Euro
hopeless
trash.
lover. Hopeless lover. And as soon as if he falls for hope, we're gonna have a problem in Salem.
Okay.
And this is probably what's gonna happen.
So, last question. What are the
Yeah.
fans saying to you the most when you see them and you're out at a fan event? What are they saying? I Gilles, blah. What do they say?
I usually stop them when they says, I'm a fan of the show. I say, I think you're not a fan of the show, you're part of the show. I never want to say fans. I don't know why. Start the show, I'm like, they're not fans. They don't realize how much more value they have than just a fan. First of all, without them, there's no show. Second of all, when they speak online and they voice their opinion about the show, guys, it doesn't go in deaf ears. You know it. It goes to the highest place, and people, the last brain and the very important brain of this show is his viewership. The executive, us, everyone, we're all human like them, and we listen. So I will not be surprised if one day somebody comes and say, well, we heard about the audience wanted to see this, so we created it. And they're very valuable. To me, they are probably the most important part of the show.
All right. Well, thank you, Gilles. Watch Gilles' TED on Days of Our Lives, weekdays on NBC. Happy 53rd anniversary, Days of Our Lives. Watch for more of this guy on the Dual app, and we'll see you later.
Thank you.